Hey guys, Patrick here. It is February 11th. That means we are 40% of the way through the month of February. Nowhere near the month, through the month. But that being said, I'm still going to make some assumptions that I can't really prove, but it's all based on gut instinct, what we see going on, the overall activity, the momentum, the buzz that's out there. We're seeing some things change. So I'm going to take a leap. It's crystal ball time on what I think is going to happen for the month of February, and it's tremendously intriguing as far as the overall data for the Niagara Real Estate Board goes, especially when you compare it to last month, January 2022. So, January 2022, a 8-second recap, the worst January in modern times for the number of new listings, and one of the best, if not the best, depending what city you look at, one of the best for the number of sales or highest number of sales. So highest, second highest, third highest, whatever it is, number of sales against the worst number of new listings. What happens? We all saw it. 10, 12, 14% increase in average sale price in 1 month, which is outrageous by definition. So given that happened in January, what's going on in February, and why is it so incredible how a market can change sort of the flavor, the temperature, just like that? February 2022 is on pace to be one of the highest number of new listings in the month of February in modern times. Niagara region is on pace to have the highest number of new listings for the month of February going back 10, 12, 15 years. So remember, January was the worst, the lowest January. February's on pace to be the highest February. And I know it's only the 11th, but I've got a feeling that it's going to happen. So we will see. And again, sales in January were the second highest. Sales this month for the month of February in Niagara are on pace to be about 5th highest or so. But remember, they're going up against some monumental Februarys in the past. 2021 was huge, 2016, 2017. But again, to go from worst for supply to best 1 month to the next is incredible. St. Catharines, same deal. January was the worst January in modern times. Like, it was terrible for new listings. Here we are in February. It's actually on pace to be the highest number of new listings in the month of February going back 12 years, going back to 2010, 2011. Sales are on pace to be second, third, fourth place highest, somewhere in that range. So we've got a market that just came out of like absolutely terrible, one of the worst for listings, one of the worst for sales for St. Catharines. 1 month later, the best for listings and one of the best for the number of homes sold, just like that, right? Niagara Falls, January was the worst January in modern times for new listings. February, kind of the same deal. Still an inventory problem in Niagara Falls. Sales overall, sort of average. Not incredible, but not bad. Just sort of average number of sales so far. So that market's still sort of finding its feet. St. Catharines just started running full sprint. Niagara Falls is sitting sort of like, hey, what's going on over there, right? Welland, January tied for the worst number of new listings. February is going to be not terrible, not great, sort of 4th best. Actually, that's pretty good. 4th out of 12 is pretty good. And sort of the same thing with the number of sales. Really active January for the number of sales. February is going to be sort of average. So the point of this is the markets can change like that. It's not a thing of like over the span of 6 weeks, all of a sudden it's a new flavor. And what we've really seen happen is an onslaught of new listings happen really quickly. So it's important to remember that different areas of the city behave differently too. So just because there's an onslaught of listings doesn't mean the game's over, depending where you live. For example, North End detached in St. Catharines, there's tremendous demand. There always has been, right? So if you have a home in a desirable area down there, we could have 20 of those come up for sale a week. I don't know how many weeks we would have to go until that demand is satiated and things settle back down. So that's still intense. But when you look at some areas where a home is sold for this much and all the historic precedent is 15% lower than that, and there's no relevant sales to draw from, those sales you might see start to ease back because now a buyer's going to say, hold on a second, I don't have to jump in with that number that doesn't really make sense, because now I've got options 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 as well. And then that's when you can see some of the steam come off the pot. Townhomes, 2-story townhomes in that sort of 400 to 500,000 range. All of a sudden, there was 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 for sale in St. Catharines in the last week. And that, a lot of them got offers right away, but there's still a bunch that are for sale. If you went back 3, 4 weeks, that was not the case. It was 1 up, 1 down, 2 up, 2 down. And then all of a sudden to see that many come up at the same time, that was new. So that's where I'm going to leave it. The point of this is is that markets change, climates change, atmosphere changes, buyer and demand, buyer and supply and demand ratios change, the temperature changes. So it's important to keep an eye on things and know that you're best positioned where you want to be based on what's going on in that market that day, and not the market that was a month ago or last fall, and not the market you want to see happen, right? Because we're only dealing with the market we're in right now. And the market we're in right now has definitely started to show signs of a spring market coming, which may produce a really interesting, active, sort of frenetic. I used that word twice this week, and I don't even know how to spell it. Anyway, you get my point. It's going to be an interesting 2, 3, 4 months ahead of us. Any questions at all? If you have any thoughts or theories on the market, you are always welcome to chime in. There's a link down below to our market insight page and our blog page on our website. Both of those pages will keep you up to date on what's going on in the market, from day-to-day data all the way up to bigger picture stuff. Okay, hopefully you found this helpful. Anytime you want to chat, reach out. Okay, cheers. Thank you so much. Bye.